So we're going to make today some octopus, one of my favorite dishes actually. Stewed octopus with short macaroni, short pasta. So the ingredients, first of all, we're going to need 2/3 of cup of olive oil, 1 chopped onion, 1 bay leaf, or if they're small, 2 or 3, a can of chopped tomatoes, a half a cup of white wine, the macaroni of course, it's a 500-gram pack, 2 teaspoons of tomato paste, salt and pepper, and of course the octopus. Check it out, everybody. Isn't that great? I love it. One of my favorite foods. Delicious. So this is about 1.5 kilos of octopus. We're going to cook it and it's going to be delicious. So I've turned my heat up really high at the moment because I want it to heat up. But when we plop in our octopus, I am going to do that now. Here we go. Then we're going to put it down to medium heat so it can just simmer. So we're going to add maybe 1/4 cup of water. We don't need too much because it's going to cook in its own juices as well. And when it cooks, you're going to see that it shrinks and it's going to release that water. It's going to be like a purpley sort of color. You're going to keep that water because that broth because we're going to need to put it in our macaroni later on. So wait till it heats up and then turn it down to medium and simmer for about 20 minutes. So after about 20 minutes, as you can see, it's changed color. It's also shrunk. It's looking very nice. I'm going to take it out. It's steaming hot. I'm going to put it on the chopping board. And I'm going to let it cool down because obviously I can't cut it at the moment. But when it cools down, we're going to cut it into bite-sized pieces, ready for our macaroni. So while that's cooling down, everybody, I just wanted to remind you to keep the broth to the side because you're going to need it later. So it's come out all purple-like, as I told you before. And I'm going to cut it soon, but I wanted to just remind you that we should always follow our heart and follow our dreams, and that's one of the reasons I started this channel. And probably another reason was because my ex-boyfriend told me that I'd never be able to start a channel and I wasn't going to get anywhere with it, so I might as well just stick to my 9-to-5 and work on that. So yeah, I don't think we should listen to people that are always trying to keep us down because they're always obviously doing that because of their own insecurities. And if they wanted to, they could go ahead and do a YouTube channel too. But obviously they can't, and so they won't. So yes, that's why I've probably been a little bit slack lately with my channel because I have been dealing with people in my life that shouldn't be in there. So everybody, we're going to get ready to cut the octopus now. So the tentacles are really very nice, but you're going to have to cut them short because in the pasta they're going to look really long if you cut them too long. So I'm cutting them really short at the moment, and I want you to go ahead and cut them into bite-sized pieces up until you get to the head. Now you don't really need the head. It's pretty much harder than the rest of the body. You just pretty much put the tentacles in, and as far as you can get to the head where the meat is still soft, pretty much up to here. So what I was afraid of has actually happened. My cat has woken up and he smelt the octopus. So yeah, yep, now I have to give him some of his catisfactions. Okay, come here, Slayer, catisfactions, over here. Catisfactions, I love you. There you go, enjoy. No octopus for you, okay? Okay, so I have to do this really quick because Slayer is awake, and Slayer is my cat, and he jumps on the table when I cook. So he's really naughty. Yesterday he actually ripped apart a packet of my lentils with his bare nails, which are like eagle talons, and it just went everywhere, and I was picking up lentils for a long time. Still picking them up. I'm still picking them up, actually. So now I've fried the onion for about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to put the octopus in that I've chopped into bite-sized pieces. There we go. Delicious. And I'm going to put the tomatoes in. Two teaspoons of the tomato paste. The bay leaves. Ah, Slayer! See, I told you so. Slayer, down, down, Slayer! Seriously, Slayer! Okay, so before we were rudely interrupted by Slayer, I was about to put the water in. 1.5 cups of water. He's actually sitting on my shoulders now, he doesn't get down. Okay, and some wine. So we need about 1/2 cup of wine. 1/2 cup. White wine, there you go. It's already looking great. And what else? Salt and pepper to taste. Okay. Pepper. And a bit of salt. Okay. So I'm going to simmer that now for about 40 minutes. Put the lid on. And after 40 minutes, we're going to do the pasta. Okay. So after 20 minutes of simmering, you take the lid off, of course, and have a look at that. It's beautiful, rich and thick. It's delicious, it smells great too. So we're going to now pop the pasta in. And remember that reserved liquid from before? We're going to add a little bit as we cook the pasta. And you're going to actually need to keep checking this so it doesn't stick. So don't leave it at the stove by itself. Stir it until the pasta is al dente or cooked, however way you like it. Add some more salt and pepper to taste as you go. And then it should be ready in about 15 minutes or so. So I've added all of the broth, but as you can see, it still needs a bit of water to cook. So I'm adding some hot water. You don't want cold water because then it stops the cooking. And I'm going to continue to stir. Look at that. Can't wait to eat this. Just like Greek mamas make, hey? So after about 15 minutes, it's ready to eat. Look at that, it's beautiful. I can't wait to try it. Rich and creamy and tomatoey and octopus, delicious. Look at that. So it's best to eat it while it's hot so you can enjoy it. And yep, serve it up like this with some decorations on top if you like. And it goes well with a lovely glass of white wine. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen.